Is time travel possible? Let's talk about it. Picture this. You're crossing a busy street when a stranger appears out of nowhere and pushes you out of the path of an oncoming car. They take the impact instead, dying instantly. In their pocket, police find an envelope with your name on it. Inside is a note with just 2 words. Study physics. You follow that advice. Decades later, you've become a physicist, specializing in Einstein's theories. And one day, you finally crack the secret of time travel. Standing before your newly built machine, you realize what you must do. You take that same letter, embrace your destiny, and step inside. You emerge on that same street corner, just in time to save your younger self. This story contains some of the deepest puzzles in physics, not just about whether time travel is possible, but about causality, choice, and reality itself. Today we explore what modern physics actually tells us about traveling through time, and why the answers are far stranger than you might expect. Before Einstein, time seemed simple. It flowed uniformly everywhere, like a cosmic metronome keeping perfect rhythm throughout the universe. Newton imagined something called absolute time, a universal clock that everyone could agree on, ticking away the same seconds whether you were on Earth or sailing through the void between stars. Einstein destroyed this picture completely. His special theory of relativity revealed something shocking. There is no universal now. Events that happen simultaneously for one observer can occur at different times for another observer, moving at a different speed. Your present moment is not the same as someone else's present moment, if you're moving differently through space. This isn't just theoretical hair-splitting. Imagine 2 observers, Alice on Earth and Bob on a spaceship traveling at high speed. Alice sees 2 distant explosions happen at exactly the same time. But Bob, racing through space, sees one explosion happen before the other. They're both right. There's no cosmic referee to declare which explosion really happened first, which means the universe does not contain a single shared present moment. What's past for you might be present for someone else.
And that, my friends, is the theory of everything.
And what's future for you might be past for a third observer moving differently through space. Think about what this means for our letter story. If there's no universal present moment, then the distinction between past, present, and future becomes observer-dependent. The moment you receive the letter, the decades you spend studying physics, and the moment you travel back to deliver it, might all be equally real, just located at different positions in the structure of space-time. Imagine space-time as a vast 4-dimensional block, like a loaf of bread that extends not just through the 3 dimensions of space, but through time as well. Every event that has ever happened, or ever will happen, exists somewhere in this block. Your birth is there. Your first day of school. This moment. Your last breath. From this perspective, time doesn't flow. We flow through time. Or, more precisely, our consciousness traces out a path through the block, experiencing one slice of now after another. If different observers slice space-time into different presents, then it makes sense to think of space-time as a unified whole. Your world line, the path you trace through space-time from birth to death, is like a thread woven through a four-dimensional tapestry. Every decision you make, every step you take, every breath you draw, is already there in the block, part of the eternal structure of reality. But here's where it gets unsettling. You are not moving towards something that doesn't yet exist. You are revealing a part of space-time that is already there. If that's true, then your entire life, from your first memory to your final thought, is not unfolding into existence. It's laid out, waiting. The block universe doesn't necessarily eliminate free will. Your choices may determine the shape. But it does suggest that the future is, in some sense, already there. Not predetermined by some external force, but existing as part of the eternal structure of reality. This brings us back to our letter. In a block universe, the loop makes perfect sense. The letter exists at every point in the cycle, simultaneously. There's no moment when it comes into being, because all moments exist together. The paradox of the letter doesn't break reality. It reveals its structure. Here's something that might surprise you. Time travel to the future isn't science fiction. It's established physics, confirmed by countless experiments. We're all time travelers, moving forward through time at the rate of 1 second per second. The question is whether we can change that rate. The answer is yes. Einstein's theories tell us that time is not absolute, but relative. How fast time passes depends on how you're moving through space and how deep you are in a gravitational field. Travel at high speeds, and time slows down for you relative to everyone else. Consider muons. Subatomic particles created when cosmic rays hit Earth's atmosphere. These particles are unstable and should decay in about 2 microseconds. At that rate, they shouldn't survive the journey from the upper atmosphere to the ground. But they do, because they're traveling at nearly the speed of light. From our perspective, their internal clocks run slow. Time dilation keeps them alive, long enough to reach our detectors. GPS satellites correct for this every single day. Without relativity, your phone would be wrong by miles within hours. Scale this up, and the effects become dramatic. Travel at 99.9% the speed of light for what feels like a year to you, and you'll return to find that 22 years have passed on Earth. You've jumped more than 2 decades into the future. This is real, verified, measured. Time travel to the future is not speculative. It's engineering. The only question is whether you can travel backward through time. And that's where things get much more dangerous. Einstein's general theory of relativity, his description of gravity as curved space-time, contains some surprising possibilities. The equations allow for solutions where world lines can loop back on themselves. These are called closed timelike curves. Mathematically, they are valid. Physically, that's where reality starts to resist. In 1949, Kurt Gödel discovered something strange hiding inside Einstein's equations. He found a theoretical universe that rotates. And in a rotating space-time, the paths objects follow through time, what physicists call world lines, can slowly twist until they loop back on themselves. Follow that path far enough, and you could arrive in your own past. After that discovery, physicists started looking for other ways space-time might fold into a loop. One proposal was the Tipler cylinder, an infinitely long cylinder spinning so fast that it drags space-time around with it. Another idea involved cosmic strings, ultra-dense cracks in space-time left over from the early universe. If two of them passed each other at extreme speed, their gravity could twist time into a loop. And then there are wormholes, shortcuts connecting distant regions of space-time. If one end experienced time differently, stepping through it could drop you into the past. Each of these ideas seems to open a door. But every time we look closer, the door slams shut. The rotating cylinder would need to be infinitely long. Cosmic strings would require impossible densities. Stable wormholes appear to need negative energy, a form of matter we have never been able to create. And even if we could, quantum effects appear to tear the loop apart before it can form. Again and again, the mathematics hints that time travel might exist. And again, the universe seems to push back. Stephen Hawking proposed the chronology protection conjecture, the idea that the laws of physics prevent backward time travel before paradoxes can form. It's as if the universe has an immune system against causality violations. But here's the deeper problem. If closed timelike curves exist anywhere in reality, then causality is no longer fundamental. Cause and effect become optional, and once cause and effect are optional, so is explanation. Quantum mechanics complicates things further. In the many worlds interpretation, time travel might simply move you into another branch of reality. No paradox, just divergence. Alternatively, the Novikov self-consistency principle suggests that you can travel to the past, but you cannot change it. You save your younger self because you already did. You deliver the letter because you already received it. The loop closes not because it must, but because it already has. So where does this leave our physicist and their impossible letter? We've learned that time is not the flowing river it appears to be. It is geometric, relative, structured. The future can be reached. The past resists. The block universe suggests that all of it, every moment, is equally real. Which means that somewhere in space-time, the version of you watching this has already finished watching it. Somewhere else, you haven't started. And somewhere else entirely, you never clicked at all. The letter exists without origin. The loop exists without beginning. And if the block universe is correct, then the physicist stepping into that machine was never about to complete the loop. They were completing something that was always complete. Reality does not owe you intuitive answers. It does not promise a flowing present. It does not guarantee that causality works the way you think it does. And the most unsettling possibility of all? The future you are moving toward may not be something you will create. It may be something you will discover was already there. The machine hums. The letter waits. And time, silent, indifferent, geometric, remains exactly what it has always been. A structure vast enough to contain every version of you, including the one who already knows how this ends.